My name is Mereia Volavola. I'm currently the Chief Executive Officer of the Pacific Islands Private Sector Organization, shortly called PIPSO. PIPSO is the peak regional private sector organization of the Pacific, which was formed following the decision of the Forum Economic Ministers, and its members are the private sector of the 14 Pacific Island countries. PIPSO's role is basically to be the private sector voice of the Pacific, and also to look into issues that are faced by the private sector, and also to look at providing assistance and looking at private sector development in these 14 Pacific Island countries. Those are basically some of the roles that we undertake, so that we can assist our private sector and with a view to increase economic growth and bring about a better livelihoods for the people in the Pacific. We face quite a numerous challenge, knowing that most of our islands are small islands, and in addition to that, we are very sparsely located from each other, so distance is an issue. But despite all these difficulties and the challenges that are natural to our region, obviously there are opportunities, especially in the areas of business, that can bring about increase in the economic activity in a number of Pacific Islands, and likewise increase in the level of export to overseas market. Two industries that are natural to the Pacific region is the tourism industry and likewise the agriculture industry. That's because of the nature of the geography of the Pacific Islands. Tourism, basically because of the natural environment that we have. We do have an increase in terms of tourism arrival, and this is also forecasted to increase at least by 2% this year. We've seen that the annual growth of tourist arrivals in other islands, apart from Fiji, which has been recording the highest, is now increasing. There's also various types of product offering in the tourist industry. One that is coming out very strongly is the cruise liner industry, where a lot of cruise ships are now coming to the Pacific, and especially to Vanuatu and a number of Pacific Islands. So there is an influx of tourists in here, and therefore a number of industries have grown because of the cruise liner industry. Apart from that, we also have agriculture. As I said, the potential for agriculture to provide a very strong connection to our tourism industry, particularly our cuisines. It's about time that we make our cuisines well known to the hotels and likewise to the region. But not only that, in terms of agriculture, we have some niche products, and we have been able to export that. Tied into the power of cuisine, this is not only restricted to the tourism industry. We also have opportunities because we have had discussion with distributors, importers of Pacific Island foods, because they see a very strong correlation with foods that are shown in cooking shows that are used by chefs, and which they find that there's an increase in terms of the orders in that regard. In addition to that, but we need to strengthen, in terms of the quality, in terms of our packaging, in terms of our labeling, in terms of meeting the food safety requirements and standard. This is a challenge for our Pacific business because it requires investment on their part. In addition, there are countries that have now a source of minerals and gas, and in the case of Papua New Guinea, so that's a country that's experiencing high economic growth, so it is a source of energy now to a number of developed countries. Apart from that, there's a work towards Pacific brand on various types of products, and this includes, quite a wide range. Apart from a few the agriculture products. So those are some of the great areas of opportunity for the Pacific businesses, and the need to build up the capacity for them to really take advantage of those areas.